very proud.
Have you ever gotten eye to eye with a dolphin? Have you ever seen a penguin at the South Pole? Well, I'm going to let you experience all this here today at the Shed Aquarium here in Chicago. Seeking you shall find in the depths of the Shed Aquarium, and the world overpays Chi-Town a visit just to see a bit of the unknown. Deep below the surface of our world's many oceans, there's another world, one that's rarely seen and a bit harder to comprehend. You can play meet and greet with a lot here, from whales to sharks to penguins, and a whole lot in between. It's all to behold here. But make no mistake, some exhibits are more popular than others. And then there's the jelly exhibit. Sometimes words can't express their beauty and their mystery. Looking more like a parachute, these stinging little floaters can cause you problems if you come across one in the water. What a way to describe the Shed Aquarium. Visually stunning, over 1,000 square feet of wow. A must-see when you're in Chicago.
One of the most popular ways to get around Chicago is on the L train.
Chicago's L dates back to the late 1800s, and today, the many L lines serve nearly 1.5 million passengers a day. It's the second largest rapid transit system in the United States, behind New York City's subway system.
But in 2005, the famous line was voted one of the 7 wonders of Chicago.
Like Superman, I'ma fly high in the sky. Well, not really, but I am gonna visit one of the tallest buildings in Chicago. Come fly with me. It's the kind of view that only Superman could fully appreciate. Top of the John Hancock Center. Oh yeah, it's high, nosebleed high. How high? 100 stories of wow. If you're headed to Chicago and you really want to see the city, then the John Hancock Center is a must-see and do.
Romeo, you might be up pretty high, but I'm sure not as high as I am. I'm in the tallest building in the United States and the 5th tallest building in the world, the Willis Tower, formerly referred to as the Sears Tower. Sealed, pressurized, and a whole lot to look at. The Willis Tower towers over nearly everything in Chicago. From bottom to top, 110 floors, it takes about 60 seconds to climb in the elevator. What sets the Willis Center apart from the rest of the skyscrapers in Chicago? Its design. Constructed in 1973, the then Sears Tower was the tallest building in the world, and it remained that for 25 years. Now, it takes its rightful place as Chicago's tallest skyscraper and cleanest.
For the love of Al Bundy, even his usually crabby self will appreciate one of Chicago's most popular sites, Buckingham Fountain. The centerpiece is just that.
Hey Trayvon, my name is Bez Kubat. I work for the Chicago Park District. Welcome to Buckingham Fountain.
Oh, I see this show at the beginning of every show of Mad with Children. I can't believe I'm actually here seeing it in person.
I know, it's pretty cool, right? It's the centerpiece of Chicago's front yard.
What made them actually put this here?
Actually, when they were trying to think of a great location for the fountain, they thought, what better place than Grant Park, Chicago's front yard. This is the focal point. This is where all the tourists come, so everybody can enjoy it. Not only Chicagoans, but tourists as well.
The structure, made of Georgia pink marble, and once upon a time, its fountain pumps were controlled by a Honeywell computer located in Atlanta. Not anymore though, now it's a local operation that's enjoyed by the world over. Perhaps the most famous spot in Grant Park.
Hi, Trayvon. Who's your friend?
Hi, my name is Bez Kubat.
My name is Pashi.
Nice to
I
meet
see you all here at the Buckingham Fountain. I was wondering if you could take me where President Barack Obama did his famous.
Absolutely. I'll take you over to Hutchinson Field. I can tell you a lot about that.
Perhaps the most famous spot in Grant Park. Right here, this open field is where History Made was celebrated. It was just before midnight on November 8, 2008 when President-elect Barack Obama delivered his victory speech to hundreds of thousands of people. And while it holds plenty of history, it's also the home of many of Chicago's favorite events. Music Fest, Lollapalooza, Taste of Chicago, and Blues Fest, just to name a few.
Chicago's on fire, Chicago's on fire. Those were the cries heard throughout the Windy City. The Great Fire of Chicago of 1871 was one of the most destructive fires in American history. And legend has it that Mrs. Catherine O'Leary's cow kicked over an oil lantern, which started an inferno, which in turn destroyed 1/3 of the city. After it was all said and done, this structure, the Chicago Water Tower, was still standing. It continues to be the second oldest water tower in the country.
I'm on my way to Navy Pier where locals and tourists come together to enjoy all the fun and beauty of Lake Michigan. I'm happy to be here on Navy Pier with Miss Robinson. So Miss Robinson, we just got out the boat and I see Ferris wheels and boats. So I see you have restaurants and shops and entertainment, something for everybody to do. So tell me, what's on Navy Pier?
Well, Navy Pier is a multi-entertainment venue. We operate 363 days a year. We only close on Thanksgiving Day and Christmas. And just as you said, we have many things for people to do. We have live entertainment. We have a beer garden that has live music. We have 3 outdoor entertainment stages. During the summertime, we have an indoor family pavilion stage. We have restaurants. You can shop. We have a theater. We have an IMAX theater, which is one of the largest screens here in the Midwest.
Oh, thank you, Miss Robinson. I'm going to enjoy all this food and fun and excitement and definitely go shopping. So thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great time.
You may recognize the sculpture behind me. It's the Chicago Picasso, made by famous artist Pablo Picasso. Erected in Chicago's Daly Plaza, the Picasso was the first major public artwork in downtown Chicago. At 50 feet tall and over 160 tons, the Chicago Picasso, also known as the Jungle Gym of Chicago, is quite the showcase piece. Do you recognize it now? Of course you do! It was in the movie The Blues Brothers.
Baby, don't you wanna go? Howdy, hey. Baby, don't you wanna go? Back to that same old place. Sweet home, Chicago. 1 is 2, 6 2 is 8. Come on, baby, don't you make me late. Howdy, hey. Baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old place? Sweet home, Chicago. Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old place?